Welcome back, guys, to episode one of my team. So, here we are, we're getting into qualifying as we are going to go out on a pair of softs. We are looking to get higher than the Williams and the Haas. So, let's get into it. As we come around the last corner here, it wasn't too much of a great lap for me, but we put in a work in and we are P6. It's good. As we come around the last corner to see what time we put in, 7 tenths quicker, so I'm hoping this put us somewhere as we go through and all that. And let's check. Well, we have to go through all that. Oh, for a Red Bull, of course, faster of all. And P17 it is. That's very good. So yeah, and let's head out to the race to see where we come now.
No more testing, no more practice. This is the real deal, and it's make or break here at round one of this year's Formula One World Championship. We go racing today around 3.36 miles of the magnificent Bahrain International Circuit, with 15 corners and 2 good passing opportunities into turns 1 and 4. Keep an eye out for drivers locking the front left tyre into the tricky braking zone of turn 10. A new season then, a clean slate where anything could happen. Anthony Davidson is with me today as we get another year of Formula One underway.
We're into those tense few minutes before the first race then. Everyone's a little bit nervous about reliability. They haven't been running in the hot, turbulent wake of other cars in practice, and they've not been pushing at 100% for long durations. Let's hope no one has to deal with any nasty surprises.
It's time to see how our drivers are stacking up after yesterday's exciting qualifying session. Valtteri Bottas lines up on pole position, and it's Lewis Hamilton alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Verstappen, Perez, Charles Leclerc and Sainz, Ricciardo, Norris, Gasly and Fernando Alonso, Vettel, Raikkonen, Lance Stroll and Ocon, Giovinazzi, Tsunoda, Mitchell and Robert Schwartzman, Russell, Mick Schumacher, Latifi and Nikita Mazepin. Which of these talented drivers will come out on top today?
As we get into the first race, we are looking for one stop, because I think one stops are the best at Bahrain, especially and yeah, let's get to those 5 red lights and let's go. As the 5 lights are showing and they drop, and we're on off our way. We slow start from us, good start from Robert Schwartzman, but buckling down under the thing there, all going on the curve a bit too much to jump them. Didn't get much of a good exit there. Fighting Yuki Tsunoda, try and close him out as we push on for Ocon. See a gap open, brakes late Miguel, as he does. There you go. Kimi Raikkonen and Mia are very intensely fighting here. As we come into turn 10, the hefty lefty, hard on the left tire. As you see, the braking of this car is I'm not used to yet. Ocon's there, just playing around with my feelings. As you can see, he's directly up my ass. So, I mean, the Alpine are very strong compared to my team, but I'm not losing any time to them, so which is good. I thought I would be losing a lot more time. As we come final corner, Bottas sets the fastest lap, so that's very quick though for them. As we come, we chasing, we can see we catching a little bit. They have to brake a little bit early there so we don't run into the back of him. As we go up to turn 4, still falling back 5.5 tenths back, not too great, but to be fair though, it is our first race, so I don't blame us. As it looks like I might be putting a lot of power into these tires. In the long run, the tires will be burning up probably and all that, so yeah, but at least I've got them at a good range on where Kimi Raikkonen is and Ocon is, so it's not too bad. But yeah, we go chasing him. We go a bit wide because of the dirty air. It's a bit hard following people in the dirty air, so the tires get hurt a lot more. and that. So yeah. So to myself, I was thinking at this point, do I put in earlier than my pit stop, which is lap 13? But I was like, that doesn't really matter. As here we are catching Kimi Raikkonen. As we do go for a move, no we do not, because he locks up there. He gives me a bit of a fright that he's going to run into the side of me. So I just try and get a better line, get the DRS, which he gets off Stroll, and yeah. But Stroll starts to pull away from him, so I mean that helps us out a little bit. So yeah, as you can see, Stroll got out of the got 1 second of Kimi Räikkönen. So yeah, to be fair, I think that's turn 8. Very hard on the rear there, because you just need to get all the power out of there to get the traction. As we see, Kimi Räikkönen doesn't have DRS, so that means that's good for us, because that means we can use our DRS to catch him on the straight, on the opening straight. As you can see, going through there is a bit hard because of the dirty air. As Lewis Hamilton puts in a lap of 131, which is that is 3 seconds quicker than us. So Norris had a problem, which is not good for the McLarens at this stage. As I go for the late dive there, push him a little bit wide. Was it a good idea? Most probably not. So Kimi Räikkönen still behind me, as now we push on to get Lance Stroll, which I saw there. I can get them under the braking because I'm very good under braking, which I don't understand how. But as we try push very hard to catch him, we didn't get DRS this sector here, sector 2, on this straight. Maybe on the straight, the opening straight. As he did pull out 4 tenths out of that straight because of the speed they have and all that. So yeah, as we come around the last straight to the last corner, I'm pushing hard here so I can get DRS. I don't think I will get it, but I mean I'll get it on the straight, I guess. This is only lap 4, so I'm not hoping for too much things, but I know Kimi Räikkönen behind me is pushing, as I can see by the time he's catching. That Alfa Romeo is very quick in a straight line, so I mean, to be fair though, I don't blame them for catching me. I'm not the quickest. As we come in, we're catching, but we're losing time at the same time because of the tires. I think I'm burning them up quickly. As you see, I run wide there a little bit. I think they're just overheating. They're just overheating, I guess. But as you see, Kimi Räikkönen directly behind me because of that mistake. As he will catch me down the straight, because Alfa Romeo are OP in the straights. As there you see, I'd brake him there just to get that position back. As I noticed, we are losing time to Stroll here. As I cut the corner a bit there, too much, but that's not a problem. As we are going, I can see he will catch me down the straight here. I guess he will catch me down the straight, because if he caught me that quickly on the sector 2 straight, so yeah. He's rapid. As I try and break the toe, he didn't follow me, so I did break the toe a little bit there. But it is what it is. As we slightly caught up to Stroll there, we still lose time to him in certain parts and all that. But yeah, the Aston Martin is not the ones we need to be fighting. So I mean, no point. So yeah, as we are going to turn 10, tricky turn 10, very hurts the left tire a lot, as I see my little friend at the back of me is catching me again. As at this point I'm just trying to stay ahead of him. If I can just stay ahead of him, that will be an achievement for me, because I know we're not going to get points this race, boys and girls. I mean, the pace of our car is better than the Alfa Romeo at the moment, so that's good. As Lance Stroll is losing time but also gaining time on the straights because a Mercedes powered engine, very, very, very strong. But I mean, it is what it is. So 2 seconds behind Lance Stroll, and Kimi Raikkonen are gonna stall behind me playing there. So yeah, as it is lap 7 now, nothing much happens after this, but it is the race, you know. So I mean, we keep it going. So yeah, as we go push on, Kimi Raikkonen I feel will catch me here, so I try not give him the inside line. I give my side the inside line as I push him a bit wide there, so he doesn't get that run on me nicely. As you can see there, that was not a good thing for me to do that. But I think Kimi Raikkonen did touch my back tire, which I'm guessing gave him, I think, damage. Because he did pit this lap and I was very confused. I was like, is he pitting that earlier or what? But he did pit this lap. As you can see there, he pits. As the rest of the team are all pitting, the Ferrari of Leclerc pits. As yeah, now we are in top 10 and all that. So yeah, as we push on, and we push 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 and we pushing, but we're not. I don't think we will catch up Stroll the 3 seconds, because that's a bit mad. But Ocon and Yuki Tsunoda are having a fight, as they are still having a fight. So I guess nothing we can do about that, is there? That's actually helping us out more than we think at this point. So yeah, as it looks like someone has pulled over or is going to pull over, not going very fast, or someone just locked up at turn 10 and screwed up, which is looking like that. I'm not too sure if that's the Williams or the Alpine, but if it's the Alpine, it's okay. I think it is the Alpine of Ocon that might have just broke too late there. As the next round of pit stops happen, you have Sainz, Daniel Ricciardo, and Perez. They go in. As I see Perez behind me, I don't know, down the straight something happened and I broke so deep. so deep. I mean, look at deeper than deep. I broke that. I screwed up there a lot. So I was upset there. I was like, damn. I was like, I could keep Perez behind me, but there's no point because I'm not fighting these oaks. As I lose the back end there, as the tires are going off a little bit, but they will be getting worse soon. So yeah. As I mean, Daniel Ricciardo just flies past me even when I've got DRS open. It is a shamble, which scared me because I'm like, that pace is crazy. But as you can see, they're just running away with it. And I was like, okay, let's just try and keep with them. But in the long run, I had to use a lot of ERS. And that didn't help me much. So, yeah. As you see, I did stay with him. Did get DRS here. But they can brake so much later than me. It's crazy. As Norris is in for his pit stop. And it's weird how the Mercedes are pushing. Mercedes and Max Verstappen are going longer. So I thought they would be pretty in the same time as these oaks. But they must be, I don't know if they're on mediums or something. But it is what it is. As I am trying to keep with them, but I know they're on softs, so I'm not going to be able to keep with them. But I know I can keep Yuki Tsunoda away from me. So at this point I was like, okay, tires are going off, just push them so you can't push anymore. So yeah. As we are in P8, and it looks like another maybe lockup or a failure for a driver, which if it is, that's a bad start to the season. Very bad start to the season. And it looks like it's one of the Ferraris. Carlos Sainz out on his first race, which is kind of sad to see him go. As you see, Perez and Daniel Ricciardo are putting in laps. As it is lap 11, 2 laps away from my pit entry for me to pit. As I don't think we will catch the Aston Martin, because the Aston Martin all of a sudden are 5 seconds ahead of me, which I was very confused by. When they were only 3 seconds, I must have gained 2 seconds somewhere. But as I am losing time to Yuki Tsunoda, it's, yeah. As we are coming to turn 10 again, this front left is battling a lot there. So I mean, there's nothing I can do there at this point but just go the distance and try. As Yuki Tsunoda is 1.3 seconds behind me. As I'm like thinking, oh, now I need to keep away from him. So I had to do that the best. Is just focus up. At this point I wasn't focused. So yeah. As we come to our last corner. As you see, Stroll just got overtaken by Daniel Ricciardo, but not actually. As he finishes off the move, trying to catch Perez, and yeah. But it still looks like Mercedes are going long, which I am so confused by, because how long are they going? And yeah. I'm not too worried about that. I'm just worried to keep Yuki Tsunoda behind. But as I see, Leclerc is also in the mix as I go very wide there. Yeah, but as I see, Leclerc is in the mix with Yuki Tsunoda there. The only one Ferrari that's in this race. So, yeah. As I mean, we are pulling away because Yuki Tsunoda is a bit slower than me. But not all the time, not in every place. So, yeah. As we are getting caught by them, and it's annoying me because I'm like, Yuki Tsunoda is catching me. I would understand if Leclerc was catching me, but not Yuki. But in the end, AlphaTauri, but it is fine. As Leclerc might make a move on him this corner, as he does, but I don't know if he'll stick that move out. As he gets that move done, as there you go. I think Max Verstappen was on a one stop. So I was wondering, I'm thinking to myself, he pitted and he still got up ahead of me, which was crazy. So, I mean, there are Red Bull and Mercedes, so I don't really think it's a problem. But as who's that? I think Max and Lewis Hamilton did pit. As you got Valtteri Bottas or Lewis Hamilton in front, but we won't be able to see that because they are like so far ahead. We won't even be able to see the Mercedes and all that. So that's not like our problem. But as we see Leclerc going to catch us, because this is as we go very wide there on that corner, as we are battling with the tires now. As you see, we go wide again, and it's really bad because now Leclerc will catch us as the icon in the bottom right pops up. As you see me going straight but going into the pit stop. There you go. As Lance Stroll also put it, as we screw him over there by making him wait for me to go past. As that was a 2.3 pit stop. That was a good pit stop from us as well. As we go on the hards, yeah, we go. I see Kimi Räikkönen in front of us and Giovinazzi behind us. As that was a very okay braking, but it's okay. As we got Kimi Räikkönen behind us, he's been on these tires since lap 7, so he's been on this 6 laps. So we will catching him here nicely as well. As we see Giovinazzi is also behind us on mediums. So I don't know what the Alfa Romeo are playing here. Are they doing a two? They're doing a 2-stop with Giovinazzi. Kimi Räikkönen had to do this 2-stop because of front wing damage. And yeah, as it is lap 14 now, and we are in P15. As our teammate was fighting Yuki Tsunoda, our teammate needs to put in a fast lap into the pits. And yeah, we'll see what happens then as he goes into the pits now. We'll see if he gets out ahead of Yuki Tsunoda, but I don't think he will because Yuki is fast, but he's not as fast as me at this point. As we are catching. Do we go for the move? But we're also very scared to make contact. As whoa, I didn't know if we made contact there, so I checked because I was very scared. I was like, I don't want to have to make a pit stop and that. So as we push on again, as Lance Stroll is 3 seconds ahead. So we did catch 2 seconds up in that pit stop. So, I mean, it wasn't the end of the world. But I know this is the position where we'll be. And it looks like one of the Mercedes is going slow. Don't tell me. The Mercedes are having mechanical problems. Oh no, Valtteri Bottas, the pole sitter, has just failed. And he has DNF'd out of this race. And that's very sad.
Okay, gap ahead is 3.0 seconds.
As we go, yeah, it is Bottas, which is very sad.
Green flag.
As I mean, at this point I was just focusing and getting my head down to try and catch Lance Stroll. It didn't work, as the Alpine and the Aston Martin are very quick in a straight line. So I mean, what could I do? What could I have done? So, I mean, come on. As we are pushing, we're losing time to him, but at this point I didn't really care because we were ahead of Kimi Raikkonen and both Alfa Romeos. So it was good. That was good. As we kept pulling away from him as well because his tires were going off. He's been on these tires since lap 8. He's been on them. So that's been 7 laps. It's going to be his 8th lap now. So softs don't go that long. Softs start dying around lap 7. So that's good that he's been pushing them hard like that. But as you can see, he is losing a lot of time on me. And it's not because he's low AI, but it's because his tires are really going off. As we are catching Lance Stroll. I got this little boost
Okay, you're catching the car ahead, but remember we need to get
of
to the
effort.
race on these tires.
Like we got so much faster for the clean air, and that's yeah. And we're not struggling so much on the tires as much. So yeah. As Giovinazzi, I don't know if he's catching, but I don't think he is. So yeah. But as I know, Lance Stroll, we're catching him, but we're also losing time in the corners because we don't have the best aerodynamics. So yeah. But I mean, we're still catching. As I go a little bit deep in there, which is a bit of a problem. But as you can see, when Yuki Tsunoda is catching Giovinazzi, I don't know what like style he's playing onto those tires. So
Our gap to the car
yeah.
in front is 2.5 seconds.
As we are pushing very heavy this lap to try and just like see if we can close that time down to Lance Stroll. But as we burn it, as I paused there to see if I could save it,
Strategy is available on the
as we burnt it there, and I was very upset,
deployed. Slow
very upset
to Delta. There's been
that we had such a good race
on the track.
and
Copy that.
we screwed up. So I said, okay, let's put ourselves on mediums. We lost like 11-12 laps. And there we go. 8.1. It's okay.
Look after these tyres now. We want to finish the race on this compound. Okay, slow down. Your delta is negative, which means you are too fast. Reduce your pace.
So virtual safety car got called up because of my front wing being on the track.
Virtual safety car
It's
is
going to end now, so I mean, as you see, I put myself with a lot of delta there, so I could just try and get away. But as you can see, we're gonna probably catch Nikita Mazepin, yeah, because the Haas are not the best in straight lines and corners. So none of that, no, they're not the best anyway. So let's just put it that way. The only way they could win is by no DNFs. If the whole grid had to have DNFs, which I mean is possible, but I mean, yeah. As we are pushing on to catch in, as you see, we are catching him heavily in these corners because mediums, fresh mediums as well. As we are pushing. As we will, I think we will catch him in the straight. I'm not too sure, but I think we will because DRS. He does defend a little bit, so I was like, okay, it's fine. As we push on to get Giovinazzi as well. I was racing really right nice here. I had 10 laps to go to race nicely. So we pushed on nice. I could catch up the places that I lost. So what I did, I pushed. I didn't care about the tires, nothing. I just was push. As Kimi Raikkonen does overtake Ocon. As Ocon is on hards but very slow. As we are trying to catch Giovinazzi, we are flying through these corners at this wall. So yeah. As you see, we are trying to push harder. As we did catch up a lot there, Foster's last sector, which is impressive. I think that's also because nobody else is on like faster tires than me, because these are like fresh. So I mean, like, come on. As you can see, I used up all my ERS to just get too close to Giovinazzi so I can overtake him and just get past him. Because at this point I was like, we need to catch him. So as I know, I'm not going to catch him in the straights this way, but I know the long straight, the pit lane straight, is where I will probably catch them. Because I'm very good off that last corner and all that. But besides the spinning and losing my front wing, I'm pretty good then on that straight. As we see, I was like, okay, we need to catch here. We need to overtake him nicely. Yeah. There you go. Beautifully done.
Nice work. That brings you up a place.
As I did not get any DRS, which I didn't understand. As Giovinazzi got it, I pushed him a wide so you can get off the throttle a bit. Didn't work. As Giovinazzi's right there with me. As we squeeze him out to show the dominance and where our place is. That's where we are, not him. We were fighting for positions right now. We were fighting for positions. So it was a bit crazy. But as you see, Ocon, we caught him very quickly. At that point, I didn't know it was Ocon. I thought I was still catching Kimi Räikkönen, but I wasn't, of course. So as we go deep, but that doesn't matter because we got faster tires, so we get a better exit. As we get on the straight here. As you can see, Ocon slightly sliding there on the rear end there with the AI. As we are now trying our hardest to catch him down the straight. We get all the toe that we need, and as he does tap our ass a little bit, but he will probably come back at us. As you can see, he's not losing like speed to us, he's still gaining speed on us, and I was like, okay. As yeah, well, now we need to catch Nicholas Latifi as we try and do so. We are pushing hard actually because we caught so much time there. Yes, there we go. There's 1.2 behind. Less than a second behind him, which was crazy how bad the hard to go actually are around Bahrain right now. As there you go. Got the slipstream. The Williams are also very fast in a straight line, which is really cool because Williams have the pace to keep people behind them even with DRS and all that. So now there we go as we try and go past Nicholas. As he does tap our booty a bit there, and still tapped our booty. The Williams are fast, as you can see by the speed they have. I try and cut him off here to throw him off, which helped a little bit. I mean, it really helped. As we are now pushing on to catch Kimi Räikkönen, which I think is the only place we can catch up because Russell is legit 8 seconds ahead, 9 seconds ahead of us. So there's no point in trying to catch him. Just push on, catch this Maniki right here. That's also on the mediums. But I mean we're doing really well. As we push on to catch him. 9 tenths. We're under 1 second behind him. Don't know if we're catching to the point of where we want to be catching, but we are right there. We're right behind him. As we go wide, and we lose the back end for a second time this race. But this one is the one where it ends our career. It ends the race for us early, which at that point I was fuming. I was like, no, I just wanted to catch him. I didn't care where we came. But there you go, first retirement, first DNF. Very scary. But nothing I could do there. As we see, Red Bull have won the race today. Max Verstappen, of course. Outrageous speed from those two. First 1 and 2. Perez just there. And yeah. But I'm just saying that it is what it is. Nothing we could have done this race. Yeah. little bit upset.
Put up an outstanding fight for the
Oh.
position today, and it's great to see
Where
for them. They
I
do so much for the sport that you can't help but
I
be
bet he
delighted by
came.
today's race win.
And I'm upset that I had a little bit of a 2 incidents this race, and one was an end in my race. So yeah, unfortunately for me. But yeah, but we got next race coming up. So yeah, I will see you guys in the next race at Imola. Stay tuned for that. That will be on Tuesday. So yeah, cheers. As we see there, Robert Schwartzman did a good race.
Tsunoda gets my vote.
Came somewhere ahead of us. So yeah, cheers.
Red Bull take over as championship leaders. It's